Stress doesn't arrive loudly. It doesn't kick the door down. It doesn't announce itself as danger. It slips into your life disguised as responsibility. Deadlines, bills, notifications, pressure to keep up, pressure to not fall behind. And most people think stress only lives in the mind. But that's the lie. Because stress doesn't just make you feel tired or anxious, it physically dismantles your body and quietly sabotages your finances at the same time. Let's start with the body. When your brain perceives stress, it releases cortisol. But modern stress isn't short. It's constant. Emails at night, financial pressure, uncertainty, always on. And when cortisol stays elevated for too long, the body starts paying a price. The first place it hits? Your muscles. Chronic stress tells your body one thing: survival matters more than strength, so your system shifts into conservation mode. Muscle tissue is metabolically expensive. It burns calories. It requires repair. Under stress, the body starts breaking muscle down into amino acids, fuel for survival. This isn't theory, it's biology. Studies show prolonged cortisol elevation accelerates muscle loss, especially in the legs, back, and core, the muscles responsible for posture, movement, and power. You can be working out regularly and still be losing muscle because stress overrides effort. That's why some people train harder every year and look weaker, feel slower, and recover worse. Now here's where it gets more dangerous. Muscle isn't just about strength or appearance. Muscle is metabolic protection. It regulates blood sugar, supports hormones, stabilizes joints, protects the spine. Lose muscle, and your risk of injury rises. Your energy drops. Your medical costs increase. Which brings us to money. Stress doesn't just damage muscles. It erodes decision-making. When cortisol is high, the brain prioritizes short-term relief over long-term thinking. This is why stressed people overspend, make impulsive purchases, avoid planning, delay important decisions, not because they're irresponsible, but because stress hijacks the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic, restraint, and foresight. Under stress, your brain shifts control to the limbic system, the emotional center. Comfort now, relief now, escape now. That's a terrible state to manage finances from. This is why financial stress creates more financial stress. You're not failing because you lack discipline. You're operating under biology. And here's the cruel loop. Financial pressure increases stress. Stress breaks down muscle and energy. Low energy reduces performance. Reduced performance affects income. The cycle tightens. Now, let's talk about productivity, the hidden cost no one calculates. Chronic stress reduces reaction time, memory, creativity. Research shows stressed individuals take longer to solve problems and make more errors, even when they're working harder. So people compensate. They stay up later, drink more caffeine, push through fatigue, which raises cortisol further. And the body keeps sacrificing muscle, sleep quality, and recovery just to keep you functional. This is why burnout doesn't look dramatic at first. It looks like stiff shoulders, tight hips, poor sleep, nagging injuries, brain fog. You're still working, still earning, still showing up, but you're doing it at a higher internal cost. And costs compound. There's also a long-term financial consequence most people never connect to stress: health spending. Chronic stress increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune conditions, chronic pain. Each of these isn't just a health issue, it's a financial one. Medical bills, lost work days, reduced earning years. Stress quietly shortens both lifespan and income span. Now here's the part most people get wrong. They try to manage stress mentally. Positive thinking, motivation videos, pushing through. But stress isn't just psychological, it's physiological. You can't think your way out of a hormonal state. The body needs signals of safety before it stops breaking itself down. And until that happens, muscles keep shrinking, recovery stays poor, and financial decisions stay reactive instead of strategic. The scariest part? Most people normalize this state. They assume exhaustion is adulthood. That tension is success. That feeling on edge is ambition. But your body doesn't see ambition. It sees threat, and it responds accordingly. So how do you stop stress from eating away at your body and your bank account? Not by eliminating stress. That's impossible. But by changing how your body interprets it, because the real damage doesn't come from pressure itself. It comes from never leaving survival mode. The first intervention isn't meditation. It's movement that lowers cortisol instead of spiking it. High-intensity training feels productive, but under chronic stress, it often backfires. When cortisol is already high, pushing harder tells the body the threat is still there. That's why stressed people can train intensely and still feel weaker. The solution is low to moderate intensity movement. Walking. Zone 2. Cardio. Controlled strength training with long rest periods. These send a signal of safety. Heart rate rises, but stress hormones fall. And when cortisol drops, muscle breakdown slows almost immediately. The second intervention is sleep protection. Sleep is where muscle repair, hormonal balance, and decision-making recovery happen. But stress fragments sleep even if you're in bed for 8 hours. The goal isn't more sleep. It's deeper sleep. That means consistent timing, less late-night stimulation, lower evening cortisol. Even small changes like dimming lights earlier or stopping work 1 hour before bed improve recovery more than most supplements. Next is nutritional stability. Under stress, blood sugar swings amplify cortisol. Skipping meals, over-caffeinating, crash dieting, all signal scarcity to the body. And scarcity equals survival mode. Regular protein intake protects muscle. Balanced meals calm the nervous system. This isn't about perfection, it's about predictability. Your body relaxes when it knows fuel is coming. Now, let's talk about the financial side again. Reducing stress improves money decisions because it restores cognitive bandwidth. When cortisol drops, the prefrontal cortex comes back online. Planning feels easier. Delayed gratification becomes possible. Emotional spending loses its grip. This is why people often make their best financial decisions after improving health, not before. Clear thinking requires a calm nervous system. Another overlooked tool, boundary control. Not hustle, not grind. Boundaries. Chronic stress often comes from constant availability. Always reachable, always responding, always reacting. That state trains your nervous system to stay on alert. Even 1 protected hour a day, no emails, no notifications, significantly lowers baseline stress. And lower baseline stress preserves muscle, focus, and patience. Now here's the most important shift. You stop measuring success by how much you endure, and start measuring it by how well you recover. Recovery isn't weakness, it's leverage. The people who perform best long-term aren't the ones who tolerate stress the most. They're the ones who exit stress efficiently. They return to baseline faster. That protects their bodies, sharpens their thinking, and keeps them financially steady. So if you want to protect your muscles and your money, the strategy isn't radical. It's subtle. Train in ways that calm your system. Sleep like recovery matters because it does. Eat predictably. Protect mental space. Stress will still exist, but it won't be allowed to dominate. And when stress loses control, everything improves. Strength returns. Energy stabilizes. Decisions get clearer. You stop reacting to life and start directing it. If this video helped you see stress differently, subscribe for more science-backed insights that connect health, performance, and real life. Share this with someone who's working hard but quietly burning out. And let me know in the comments. What stress has been costing you more? Your body or your focus? Because awareness is the first step toward taking that power back.